Hi everybody, I am Goddess Taya 8888. My name is Tanya. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Well, I want to thank everyone for the subscribes, likes, and shares and comments when you want. Um, you may comment, but it's not showing up where I could see them. So if you're commenting, for some of y'all, I'm only seeing some of your comments. So, regardless, if I don't see your comments, and the ones that I do see, well, thank you for your comments. We got a new thing here. I'm happy. I'm real happy about this. We have a new group of divine feminines, male or female. God has told you who your person is. So you know within yourself who your person is. And the both of you have a destiny together. So some of y'all, yeah, y'all not crazy. Y'all know who your person is. God told you who your person is. But you all are thinking that, nah, it's unbelievable to you all. Nah, I can't. I mean, how? I'm going to tell you like he told me. When he told me that, who my divine masculine was, don't you worry about that. You do what you have to do, and I'll take care of the rest. You know, as far as bringing you together and all this, getting out together, that part right there, you don't even have to worry about, because you're not getting together until you have healed enough, okay? Right now, divine feminines, what you have to do is work on healing yourself. Now, I'm trying to see. I have cards. I think I only practical self-care. I only have one deck of healing cards. I have to get some more. Oh, no. I know what to get. Y'all just hold tight for a minute and I'll be right back, okay? So, divine feminines. For the new group of my divine feminines, journey to the divine feminines. My oracle deck. No. Okay. So let's see what's going on with you all. Male or female. This is the divine feminine of the female, in the males, their divine feminine side. Okay. Okay. Now, will be keeping you all up to date as you go along your journey. I don't do personals and I don't accept donations, okay? Now, you have independent. So, some of you are independent. You're working, have your own jobs, and all that. Nah. Taking care of children, taking care of, dealing with your karmic. Okay? Soulmate. Okay? Number one, soulmates are not always meant to stay together forever. Your soulmate is to teach you a lesson. Or both of y'all teach each other a lesson. Your soulmate is confrontational. One of y'all confrontational. Always arguing. You're always arguing about something. More than likely finances, the children. Just bickering. Your person's just bickering. Some of these is your your immediate family. Okay. And you're getting tired of it. This is what I'm feeling. You're really, really getting tired of it. You know? Okay? You are having you are awakening spiritually. You are awakening spiritually. Yeah, I can't see this. I can't see that right anyway. Faith and divine timing. So things change. For some of y'all, it's divine timing. For some of y'all, keep the faith. So this is what I'm feeling. Some of you are breaking up. Some of you are getting divorces. It's divine timing for you to do so. You all have taken enough from them. Enough bullshit. So some of you all are thinking, is it time? Is it time for things to change? Yes. Yes. It's time to get that divorce. It's time to end the relationship. Time to detach yourself from those that's holding you back. And now that jumped out. Those two jumped out, man. Okay. Yeah. It's time to face those trauma wounds. Go within and face those trauma wounds that you're having. They are already coming up. You're having memories of them. It's time to face them. And I'm hearing that too, for some of y'all, that's or maybe all of y'all, that's part of the problem in your situation, and you know that. You know that. Both of you are, both of you, I'm feeling so for some of y'all, both of you, those childhood trauma wounds are coming back up. For some, it's been up. And you all know that you need to heal them. But together, you can't do it because you need that quiet time. Both of y'all need that quiet time. Soulmates, both of y'all need that quiet time. Both of you need to separate. Like I said, some soulmates are not meant to be together forever. And also, I'm seeing that your soulmate is bringing up within you the trauma that you went through in your childhood. That's another reason why so that's why you need to detach. You need to balance yourselves. Detach from them and balance yourselves. Soul tribe. Soul tribes. Get with your soul tribe. Maybe I'm feeling you have soul. You have a soul tribe. You all are, or you will. Your soul tribe is helping you balance yourself. Get your life in balance. Hurting. Sorrow. And the sorrow is the childhood trauma. Okay, now look, I'm not telling nobody how to raise their child, okay? I'm just speaking what God is giving me, okay? I don't have children. Never had children. But I have played part mother, not like that though. I have babysit. That's what I'm saying. I have played. So I know how I would like to have raised my child if I had a child. I have seen how people have raised or raising their children, and I was a child myself, so I'm going to speak from my childhood, try to speak from that. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say about the childhood. Oh, parents with your children, I've heard my mother even say this. I don't want to bring my child up the way my mother and my father brought me up. My parents back in their days, their parents just pushed them out there to live. They had to get out of their homes immediately. I'm not saying throw your child out there in the street. These days and times, you don't want to do that to your child, especially if your child is underage. So the best advice that I can give you all, put your situation in God's hands. Put your child in God's hands. Tell God what you want. Tell him everything. Tell him about your child. Give him your heart and soul. God, I don't know what to do with this child. I'm not trying to beat my child to death, because beating my child is not going to help. It's just going to put a lot of stress on me. The child will become more rebellious. God knows how to handle your child better than you can. So it's best to put your child in God's hands and keep your child in God's hands. You know, you might say something once or twice to them and they ignore you. For some of you, and they ignore you, you just get quiet. You don't say shit. You don't say nothing. You just let the child be. And the next thing you know, after you have spoken to God, next thing you know, God done put his foot up his ass or her ass. And something done went down. And something done went down. They might have went to jail. If they had went to jail for selling drugs or whatever, the thing you need to do, let their ass stay in there and do that time. That was God's way of waking that child up, to let that child know, no, this is not where you want to be, So, some of y'all might be experiencing that, okay? Yeah, you're seeing signs. Maybe seeing signs of synchronicities or whatever. Okay, what do I need to know about it? Oh, okay. Now, intimacy. Some of you may have stopped having intimacy. That's a good thing. That will help you clear yourself out like that, because you done learned your lesson. You done learned lessons, and you're still learning lessons. You know? Okay. Yeah. Stillness. Isolate yourselves. Get quiet. Listen to your higher self. Going through heartbreaks. Experience that heartbreak for a few days. Don't hang on to it. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna try to show you how to do it. When your heart is really, 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 really broke, my heart was really, really broken, you know, turn that around. Turn it around and say to yourself, everything happens for a reason. If you don't understand that reason, ask God to give you a reason. But most of the time, the reason is that that person will bring you down mentally and or physically. You will be going through the same thing over and over and over and over with this individual. When you break up, say to yourself, God did this for a reason. He didn't want me to keep going through this same cycle constantly. Think about what you've learned from it. What did you learn from it? Well, I done learned that I don't want to argue. I want somebody that will communicate with me and not always be the one that always say something. I want somebody to listen to me, hear my pain, hear my hurt. You know, trying to give you all some examples of how to look at things. You know, you don't want nobody in your ear constantly bickering, calling you names out of your name. You know, being critical. You know, that what they're doing there is they are putting the dagger that keeps stabbing you and stabbing you and stabbing you with that negativity until you can't take it no more. Okay? So when you get that heartbreak and that person is going on about their business, leave that motherfucker right where they are. Because that is God's way of saying they will no longer hurt you. They will no longer keep stabbing you and just keep stabbing you, taking that dagger and just keep stabbing you and stabbing you and stabbing you until you can't take it no more. That was God's way of getting rid of that motherfucker for you. Or that bitch. You won't have to worry about a bitch running behind you with a motherfucking knife, trying to kill you. All because they want that fucking control over you. See? So, the heartbreak is a lesson. So that's your time to just stop. Just stop. Isolate yourself if you can. Don't let nobody, I don't give a fuck who it is, don't let nobody in your life, just let it be you and God, your spiritual team, spiritually, your ancestors, and let them guide you. Let them guide you. And understand for right now what you need to do. Life is not going to pass you by. Believe me. So you don't have to rush a damn thing. Nothing. Life is not going to pass you by. What you need right now is to heal all, day by day, heal all of that hurt and pain that you have went through. And know that was put upon you unnecessarily. Forgive yourself. Start forgiving. Forgive yourself. Forgive those that hurt you. You ain't got to ask them or anything. Just forgive them. Forgive yourself and tell yourself you will not ever put yourself in the position that you will, get hurt ever again. And just start caring for Angie, Annette, Joyce, Tom, Harry, Joe. In other words, those names that I just randomly call. Care, love on yourself. Love thyself first. And when you love thyself first, then you can love others. That's what I'm saying. And if you have those names, this is what I'm saying. Love yourself first. You are the temple of God. You do not belong to yourself. You belong to God. Do not accept anything that is going to hurt you. When you do that, you're hurting God. That's who you're hurting. You're hurting God, and God is crying because you hurt him. When you just accept just anything from these dumb ass people that is putting their karma on you. So he wants you to wake up. And my new group of Divine Feminine, that's just what you're doing, and I'm proud of y'all. Yeah, I'm proud of y'all. For those that want to wake up, that's what I'm talking about. Okay? Music heals. That's why these managers of these entertainers want these entertainers to sing what they want them to sing and not their heart, because music heals. When you hear that music, that kind of music, and I'm going to put it straight up, when you hear that kind of music that can send chills, you feel chills through your being, like Bruno Mars, like Chris Brown, his newest record, Falling. If you get chills through music like that, like you could play oldie but goodies, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Smokey Robinson, Charlie Wilson, the Gap Band, all them oldie but goodies. When you hear and Bruno Mars and Chris Brown is heading in that direction, which is the right way. When you hear music like that and it sends chills through your being, that is healing you. That is making you face that hurt within you. It's making you face that. That's why these managers wanted you to sing what the fuck they wanted these entertainers to sing. You understand what I'm saying? These entertainers was put to sleep themselves. These entertainers, that most of them, they didn't want to sing that shit. That's not what they wanted to sing. But they were put under a spell. So when you hear these entertainers and they are singing songs that you could not ever in your life believe that they could bring to this world, the higher power did not want them to sing that kind of music. The higher power didn't want the world to heal. Okay? Just know that. And don't keep blaming these entertainers or they ain't shit. And these entertainers don't need to keep, being hurt, like the fans not gonna love me and all this. That's what the higher power wanted you to think. That the fans will not love you because you're singing this and you're singing the right way, or I've been abused, I did drugs. That's not true. That also go for the actors and all them too. They were all put to sleep. And when they wanted to get out of that, they took them out. They sacrificed them. Or they didn't want to do what they or the entertainers didn't want to do what the higher power wanted them to do. Or if they were to speak out on certain things, they would sacrifice them. See? So the entertainers are being used too. Half of them ain't even getting their money and shit. They are being used too. So people that like these entertainers, just know these entertainers are human beings too. They can piss, shit, cry, hurt, and they go through the same motherfucking shit that you go through. But theirs is more costly because of the money. Because of the money. Now, these entertainers that have voted for that man in the White House right now, they don't deserve. No, they do not deserve anything because they smacked their own people in their face. You see what I'm saying? I mean, they smack their own people in their face. And God is going to get them for that. So, because they all about this. They want this. This is what they want. They want that money. Damn. Spirit? Yeah, you had me talking today, huh? Okay. I'm going to go ahead on. So, suppression. So I'm talking to entertainers too. Anybody that is going through this. You're suppressing anger. You're suppressing the anger. Like I said, you got to put the situation in God's hands. The entertainers that are suppressing the anger, we understand. And you feel like you have no choice. Again, put the situation in God's hands and let Him handle it. Don't even attempt to take it back. God has a will for you on this earth. And if whatever gift that you have, put all of that hurt and pain in that gift. That, your gift also. It's not only for the world, it's for you too. It will help you heal. So when you get that chance to express yourself, express it through your music, through your art, through your reading, through whatever it is, whatever gift that you have. So really, to boil it down to is put your life in God's hands. Told you. Anger. Ask God to control your anger. Yeah, you're mad. Don't go and, if you need to relieve some of that stress, I can understand all that. But then you do that after you get through breaking glass, throwing things, screaming and yelling, which will only raise your blood pressure. And all that, when you get through all that, ask God to control your anger. That only raises your blood pressure. Divine masculine, your feminine side, yeah. Your feminine side, you're going to have to ask God to control that side of you. You know that you could get angry and how angry you could get. just let yourself know that it's not worth going to jail. It's not worth taking somebody else's life. It's not worth me raising my blood pressure up and making myself sick. Give your anger to God and let God take His anger, your anger, out on those that have mistreated you. So set your boundaries with your person or persons, your karmics. Set your boundaries and detach. Detach from your karmics. Oh, wow. Well, since this is for my divine feminines, I'm gonna push it on, until nothing else comes out. Is there anything else? Okay, we don't need none of that. So, for some of y'all, your people is going to want reconciliation with you, or you are going to want maybe thinking about reconciliation with your person. Stay the fuck away from them, because they have not changed. They have not healed. Stay the hell away from them. You don't need to be even thinking about reconciling with no goddamn body right now. Divine feminine. You don't need to do that. Fuck a motherfucking reconciliation after they done treated you like shit. You don't need to think about that shit. Yeah. This could be family, because most people are passive. You let your family, because you don't want to hurt your family. You don't want to hurt your mom. You don't want to hurt your dad. Ask God to take care of them. Because I'm going to tell you the honest to God's truth about me and my mother. Okay, whoever is doing spell work on you is also doing it on the people around you. So they don't even know that they're under a spell, right? My mother put hands on me one time. But then when she did, she realized what she did, and she said to herself that she would not ever put her hands on me again. Okay? That was somebody that sent an entity for my mother to hurt me. When my mother did that, I turned to God and I asked Him. I said, God, and I'm telling you, I asked God this for about 3 weeks. Every time I even thought about it. Because she will always say, what she gonna do if my mother ever raised her hand to hurt me ever again, to throw anything, to strike me, make sure that she don't bring it down, and make sure that she do not strike me. I begged God for that. And I'm going to give you an example of what happened. She started having problems with her arms and her hands. So, yeah. You reconcile with your person. Your person just a needy ass motherfucker. They just a needy ass motherfucker. You don't need to reconcile with them. And I'm gonna let y'all know, I'm gonna let y'all know straight up. Like I said, it was the entity in my mother that made my mother do what she did. I don't dislike my mother. What I dislike in my mother is that entity that took over her. That's who I don't like. Me, Tanya, and my soul. I love my mama. I'm going to always love her. That's my mama. She done taught me a lot. She really have. Even though, there's a lot that she has taught me, So, yeah. I love my mother. And again, not again, but to all the mothers, would-be mothers, mothers that are no longer here in the flesh, but is here spiritually, I wish all of you mothers a very, 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 very happy Mother's Day with all of my love. All of the mothers of the entertainers that the musicians, the actors. I feel, y'all my mamas. So, I honor y'all and I thank you all for sharing your gifted children to the world. So I, thank for the world. Thank all of you mothers. Because I know how hard it is to share your babies with the world and not be able to always see them and all that and this and that. And believe me, I always have them in my prayers. I have everybody in my prayers. But on this very special Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers, in the physical and in spirit. I love y'all. So I'm going to close the reading out here for my divine feminines, males and females. But I will be keeping you all up to date on your journey in the on your spiritual journey. And I am very, 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 very glad that you all have awakened and you want to start your journey. Okay? So I'll be back later with another reading. Okay? So y'all have a blessed, blessed, blessed Mother's Day. Bye.